you have got to be truthful, to be honest, to be committed. Yeah, so that we don't go into this area where we just do aimless researches. So you must follow God's leading. And the beauty about following God's leading, beloved leaders, is that you get it right. Let me say it's a miracle. You get it right. The moment you begin, I will follow God's leading. When your people speak, you will know. You will know. Because some of those decisions, those opinions are usually a confirmation of what you have already heard. Yes, another principle is that you must consider the implications of every decision that you make. Consider the implications of every decision that you make. Financial implication, time, the people that you need, the resources, skills, infrastructure, so that the decision that you make is implementable. Have you seen those kind of decisions people come up with and it can't go nowhere? Because the infrastructure does not match with the decision, or maybe you are lacking in skill, you are lacking in resources, money, you are lacking in so many ways. So when you are making decisions at this level, because everybody's looking up at you, and they when you're a leader, by the way, we look at you as a miracle performer. We just expect you to perform miracles. Even when we are stuck, we just know you will just unstuck us. We will just move. So when you are making decisions, you have got to be also realistic in terms of the implications, so that there's no over expectation. On the other side, you're saying things that will not happen because of those issues. So make sure that consider the implications around it before you pass it as a decision and to share with your people. Now, there's also the area of research. You must have some research. There's also this thing we normally do about research and bench. I'm not talking about the aimless benchmarkings and that sometimes we do. We have a targeted research. Targeted research. You really want to find a solution, and so you have this problem, and you want to find a solution. Target and be real, be truthful. Back to the values of that you must have at the personal decision-making level. You have got to be truthful, to be honest, to be committed. Yeah, so that we don't go into this area where we just do aimless researches. There are so many researches that have been done and it did not fit anywhere. So we have reports gathering dust in so many places, I tell you. And resources was spent, money was spent, time was spent. Very unfortunate. We don't have to go like that. I think that's a bit too low for us. We've got to raise our standard and become truthful and make decisions and take actions that are transformative in real sense. Then last and very important also is that we must evaluate or evaluate the decisions that we have taken. Are they giving us the results that we hoped for? Yeah. Is there any place that you need to correct? Because decision making does not happen one time. It's a process. It's a series. So when you have a plan, after you have made one decision, you put up a plan, to effect that decision. Within that plan, there are other series of decisions that you have to make. So you have got to review every time as you go forward. Review, did that decision help us, or do we need to correct, so that going forward next time you don't repeat the same mistake. One other requirement really as a leader is that you've got to be bold and courageous. Sometimes you're confronted with very, very outrageous situations, and you have got to come to the table and lead your people in making a decision. You have got to be bold, courageous, determined. You have got the backing of heaven. You have got the brain from heaven, because you're God's idea. You're God's child. You cannot say this is too much for me. Yeah. And if it is, then you really do the honorable thing and say, guys, munitoe hapo, wacha mtu mwingine afanye hii kazi. Because you cannot afford to be in such a position and have this self-doubt, this cowardice kind of thing, or no, it's not. Leadership is not, unfortunately, it's not a place for cowards. It is a place for people who are courageous, people who are determined, like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They say, hey, we will not take what you're telling us, even if it means death. It's okay, but we will not change our minds. Don't fear failure. If this preoccupies you too much, then you will not move. Because failure is there. It's there. But our God will take care of it for you, and it's inhuman. It's natural. It's better to make a decision and fail than not to make a decision at all. But always, as I had said in the earlier talk about the personal level, is that, make room for plan A, B, up to Z. Be flexible and never quit. As you make room for failures, also do not quit, and know that it is a normal thing, because you're human beings. Let me take you to a verse that is Proverbs 26:11. It says, a dog returns to its vomit, so fools repeat their folly. That's what I'm saying. We must review our decisions as we move. We must look back and say, was it effective? Where did we go wrong? Which turn was not right? And so you review that. And if you don't, then you will be behaving like this dog here, who returns to its vomit. There's also Proverbs 27:12 says, the prudent see danger and take refuge, but the naive or the foolish ones keep going and pay the penalty. Yeah. So that is what I'm saying here, that yes, after the decisions are made, we need to look back and see where the errors were. And when we see these errors, let's not close our eyes, because we will keep going and we'll pay the penalty for it. Thank you very much. I think that's it for me in as far as decision making is concerned. I tell you, this is a whole topic. I've just discussed a very short part of it. Anybody who writes books already can imagine it's huge. I've had to summarize as much as possible for the purpose of these discussions. God bless you. May God take you from glory to glory in the area of decision making. May you achieve excellence that is equivalent to the power of the Spirit of God. Thank you.